Hi everyone. In today's video, I would like to talk about the Sabbath, which is one of the commandments. And the 10 Commandments is to remember the Sabbath and keep the Sabbath holy. So if you're new to religion, what is the Sabbath? The Sabbath is Sunday. It's the day of rest that God gave us to humans, and he takes it himself. It's a day where nobody should work. If you're not a non-essential worker, you should not work on Sunday. And if you are an essential worker, you can keep the Sabbath holy still by just remembering God, maybe saying some prayers, maybe reading a Bible. But everyone is expected to go to church on Sunday. That's the rule. So to keep the Sabbath holy, part of that is going to church. Now I know there's been a lot of religious debate lately. People think they're supposed to read the Bible, or people think that reading the Bible at home is part of keeping the Sabbath holy, and it can be. But the ultimate goal is everyone should go to church. And church is about more than just God, but you remember God, you put your community first after God, and it helps bring people together, and you just rejoice in the Word of God. So, with the way things are these days, God's just happy if businesses cut their hours in half and do half days on Sunday. With the way things are, you got 24/7 delivery from Amazon. A lot of businesses are 24/7. Just remember, God expects everyone to keep the Sabbath holy, um, and He wants everyone to attend church and be a part of a religious community. Whether you believe in Islam, Christianity, Judaism, it doesn't matter. You're to keep the Sabbath holy the best way you can, and maybe you can't make it to church every week. I know it's very difficult from my personal experience. So, in that case, just try your best to keep it holy. Maybe you read some Bible passages, say some prayers, but in the Sabbath, you're not expected to work. We don't want you to work at all, unless you're an essential worker. Essential workers being police, fire, security, any essential workforce. But businesses need to start honoring the Sabbath and giving it back to people. People work too hard in this world. They put work above all else. And society rewards bad behavior by making you work on the Sabbath intentionally, by paying you extra money, giving you overtime, giving you some kind of reward for doing it. So just try to keep the Sabbath holy. I'm going to try to keep the Sabbath holy the best that I can. I won't work on Sunday anymore. And I never knew this importance until after my death experience. Before I died, I was not going to church every day. I was not reading the Bible. But now that I know who I am, and I know what I'm doing here on earth, I would like to reciprocate this information to everyone else. So keep the Sabbath holy. Try to go to church if you can. If you can't, say some prayers and read some Bible passages. And that's the message of this video. It's just about the Sabbath. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. I know it can be hard, especially in today's workforce. That's why we need to change it from the grassroots. So people stop saying yes to overtime on Sunday and working Sunday if you don't have to. Maybe cut back on some of the things that they have us chase. Everyone's on the wheel for something these days. Maybe you want that new item. Maybe you want a new truck or a new car and you're saving up for it. Well, try not to work on Sunday, and just remember to keep the Sabbath holy. And that is all. Have a great day.